to Splatalot, the magical, messy kingdom where 10 brave young warriors go head-to-head with those despicably devious defenders as they compete to capture the much-treasured Splatalot crown.
Bring me beef!
Can the defenders keep the castle safe from the attackers? Or will our young warriors overcome every hurdle and find a true champion to rule the kingdom?
So, who will tumble? Who will tilt? Who will teeter? And who will go flat? Hello, I'm Dick, he's Dom.
And this is Splatalot, the show that can be best described as a deep-crust meat feast pizza with jalapeno peppers.
Oh, no, it's much hotter than that. It's more like a prawn vindaloo with extra chilies and ginger.
Nice. Can I get peanut rice without some...
No! This is the biggest, boldest, splattiest game show on Earth, not an Indian restaurant. However, we do have a wonderful set menu comprising 3 mouth-watering courses.
Courses. Yeah, lovely.
For starters, all 10 attackers race around the moat. The next course is lighter, containing just the 6 fastest, but it's just as tasty. And for dessert, 4 finalists compete for the Splatalot crown itself.
Sounds superb. For the first course, what ingredients do you use?
Only the splattiest. We start with a ripe and fresh splatterpult, then add a hint of slippery slope with just a dash of rolling mace. We also mix 1 whole incline with 2 finely sliced battle axes and add a seasoned bridge of disaster for flavour. Finally, we sprinkle the zest of a debilitating disc for decoration and serve cold with lightly peppered attackers.
Does it come with chips?
No.
See, all of this is a bit too fancy for me. I prefer junk food.
Ah, right. I've got just the thing. The defenders. Not that palatable. Plus, they do leave a nasty aftertaste. Guarding the moat today, we have the crusty, half-baked barbarian Scab, the sweet and sour...
Mediva!
And finally, it's the sugar-coated... Cucumber. Hard to digest at the best of times.
Welcome to Splatalot!
So the course has been prepared and the defenders are ready and raring to go.
Ready to go to bed.
Here's Lachlan.
I look like a zebra!
No, you look like a flying zebra.
Lachlan's a competitive cheerleader, so he's used to somersaulting.
But now he needs to get used to Scab, who starts proceedings with a near-impossible mid-air double splat.
Yes! He's happy, and Mediva applauds his barbaric skills.
Hey, Lachlan. Lachlan, are you by any chance related to any Scottish people?
Scottish people, yeah.
Oh, my name's Lachlan. Crossing the slippery moat. Oh, dear, I tripped. Oh, no, I fell in the moat.
To take your mind off that awful Scottish impression, here's Lachlan cheerleading his way into the moat.
That's it, Lachlan. You're doing fabulous, huh?
I am fabulous.
Show me how fabulous you are. Yeah.
It's against the clock, Lachlan.
You got a little something in your pocket.
What's Scab saying?
Nothing important. He's just trying to slow Lachlan down.
Ripper-rapper!
He noticed that Lachlan had become attached to a slime ball.
But how attached will he become to the axes?
Well done, Lachlan. The axes are never easy, especially when Mediva's shouting nonsense at you.
Hold on, I said. Hold on. Hold on, go Loch Ness.
You're right. I much prefer Cook's nonsense.
Oh, and that's a great leap from Lachlan.
An impressive way to complete the course.
4:16's an impressive time too.
Be aggressive with the arms.
Thanks, Cook. Here's Anushka.
I can't do this!
Apparently, Anushka's so clean she takes 3 showers per day.
Stand by for shower number 1.
I think her average might go up today.
Anushka braves the axes and blanks Mediva.
Oh, Wally Wampa!
Well, she barely had time to dry off from shower number 1. She safely crossed the first axe, but the second axe was too tasking.
On the bridge now, Munchy Toad!
That's number 3.
Well done, Anushka. Have a bonus shower. Although that time really might leave you high and dry.
This wetsuit is choking me!
Here we are, hunting for the wild Sarah.
Why is Scab whispering? Are his clothes choking him too?
Shh, until she approaches. Scabros!
Can we stop whispering now?
What is your favorite animal?
Dog!
Sarah, look, a puppy!
Scab up to sneaky tricks again.
No, there was a little doggy. Look.
I thought all the Splatalot patrol puppies were supposed to be on leads.
Sarah at the incline. Down she goes and... Drippy PA!
Oh, it's the rarely seen split splat.
Yes, her right leg didn't know what her left leg was doing, and she ended up feet first in the moat.
Oh, and now the water blast produces another...
Splat!
Exactly.
I think my wing's broken, Sarah.
You're not meant to jump off the edge!
She was jumping off to help me with my wing.
Cook's in a flap, and Sarah could be too, as 8:42 might not be fast enough.
This is going to be awesome!
Woo!
Kyle, I hear you like to write.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've written a couple books myself.
Nice.
The Barbarian's Guide to Making Fire.
It wasn't a bestseller.
I think Scab's dreary tale has literally sent Kyle to sleep, and he's dropped off into the moat.
Kyle at the axes. Rusty bracket!
Well, if he was dozing, he's wide awake now. His left leg got left behind, and from then on, he had splats written all over him.
And it's the same old story on the bridge.
But will there be a happy ending? Yes, 4:47 is the second fastest time so far.
Don't touch my hair!
Or what, Bronwyn?
Or she'll scream, and we don't want a screaming cheerleader on our hands.
Why don't you like people touching your hair?
Because I just did it!
So if I did this, it'd be annoying?
Don't worry, Bronwyn. That slime will wash straight out. Now, if only there was loads of water to... Oh, silly me.
Yes, but that's moat water. Nothing washes clean in there.
What do you think of Coop's hair, Bronwyn?
Oh,
I love it.
if you shampoo and condition every day, you too can have hair like Gilda.
He's right, they look so similar.
I miss Gilda.
I miss Gilda like I miss maths homework. Back to Bronwyn, and she's made it to the finish line.
That's a great effort and a great time. The fastest so far.
Yes!
And whoever's fastest at the halfway stage is guaranteed a place in the next round. So, well done, Bronwyn.
How do you spell Bronwyn?
Why?
No reason.
Well, you can check it out on the leaderboard, which is coming up right now. Our two cheerleaders, Bronwyn and Lachlan, are leading the way, followed by Kyle, Anushka, and Sarah. So, with 5 more attackers to come, it's... What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. You don't need me for this next bit, do you?
What? I've got a bad feeling about this, but a good feeling about the second half of the Moat Challenge. More top-quality splatting guaranteed. So, just to confirm, our current leader is Bronwyn.
B-R-B-R-O, Bronwyn.
Followed by fellow cheerleader, Lachlan.
L-A-L-A-C-L-A-C-H, Lachlan.
It's very good, but now please stop it.
S-T-S-T-O-S-T-O-P, stop it.
Right, cheerlead that.
Ah, easy. S-P-S-P-L, S-P-L-A.
Good. Okay, cheerleading practice over, I think. Let's get back to the game and remind ourselves who's leading. Bronwyn is safe in the lead, but the other 5 are going to have to wait to see if their times can be beaten.
The defenders are all looking pretty cheerless, just like my killjoy of a colleague.
Oi!
Tacos!
Here's Kallie.
She tries a new tactic, but there's nowhere to run.
Yes, there is. She's running all the way into the moat.
She tried to do the run in the air. Did you see that? What do you like in your taco? Beef. Beef.
Scab always chooses the oddest times to have a chat. Onion budgies!
Actually, I think it's all a clever ploy to distract the attackers and get them off their guard.
My sister used to always be like that. Scab, where are you? Bring me beef.
Beef! What happens when they run out of beef? Ooh, Callie, that was a bit too smooth.
Ooh.
We even got some sauce for you.
Kallie's over the battle axes, but loses it on the bridge.
Just when it looked like she was safe, she slips and splats.
Wash that down, sweetheart, with some water, okay? Too much beef.
Coop tries to distract Kallie, but she takes the bridge in her stride.
Onto the debilitating disc, but she's down.
No distractions there, just a good old splat, plain and simple.
And Kallie completes the course in 4:19.
I'm invincible.
Okay, Jastinder, let's put that to the test. Linden Squasher.
Fantastic. Justin, come on.
Scab, his name is Jastin.
It's a fabulous day.
Justin's testing Scab's patience.
This is just incredible, huh? How slow he is.
And it's all against the clock, remember?
I'm scared to hit him because then he might... Oh, dear me.
Charles, anyone there? It's like he's invisible.
This taunting's relentless.
He's just invisible.
Wait, I'm gonna defend like he's done the course in slow motion.
Coop's really not helping, and poor Jastinder still hasn't got past the slippery slope.
Just water it down a little bit, just in case it's too slippery.
It's Justin!
Please.
These are obviously just the highlights from Justin's round.
You know what? I'll let you get up to there.
Yes, we've removed any boring bits, like the beard Coop grew, and the seasons that passed, to leave you with nail-biting moments like this.
That's as good as his round got, and Justin's totally made-up time of just over 2.5 days is a record that may stand forever.
Let's do it!
I miss you, Medieval. Wait! No sneaky!
Here's Annupal.
Whoa! Frothy barber!
Well, Annupal bursts onto the scene, and before you know it, she's attacked Scab and splattered into the moat. Great start.
Yeah, you a wild child.
Onto the axes. Turkey trumpet!
Mediva's right. It's another wild and wonderful multi-splat from Annupal.
I am Dolores. Coop's not here right now. You may pass. Off we go. Just kidding, it's me.
Cook really brightens up the moat, don't you think?
Pug squeezer.
Annupal keeps her splat count high right to the finish, and 6:20 might just see her through.
I want candy.
Samantha has always wanted to fly, so let's make that dream come true.
For about 3 seconds.
I heard you like candy. Yes?
Don't take candy from strangers.
Scab roll!
Samantha's splatted.
Yes, Scab often loses his temper, but sadly for the attackers, he hardly ever loses his aim.
Samantha takes on the mace, and the mace wins.
Yes, the mace has proved pretty tricky today.
Hurry up, girl. I ain't got no day.
Evil B, what a splat from Samantha.
It's even better on our super slow motion Sam Splat cam.
Sammy, give me a scat. Give me a chapper de babba de ticket de babba de boom ba wap wow.
Which translated means jump in the moat.
Sammy.
She takes on the debilitating disc, and she wins.
That's got to be the fiercest thing I ever see.
Well, Sammy's round had many great moments, but sadly that time isn't one of them.
Bazinga!
Here's Sam on the axes. Drizzle whaps!
Yes, he gets well and truly bazingaed by the water burst.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
More mind games from the defenders, although let's be honest, Scab's mind is pretty tiny.
Sam's ignoring him so far.
Sam, on your feet, Sam!
Oh, but he slips and trips on the second axe, and down he goes.
Hardly surprising, he's covered in slippery slime from head to toe.
Who's your favourite defender?
You.
Fantastic, off you go, mate.
Oh, but Sam slips and Kook showers him anyway.
I'm showering you with love, Sam. You are my favourite attacker today. In a red wetsuit.
And the moral is, don't believe anything Kook says.
Sam's heading for the finish line, and he makes it.
For some reason, the attackers have made the disc look relatively easy today.
And that's a very good time indeed. Sam will be going through.
And that's it. Round 1 is complete. So let's go to the leaderboard.
The 6 fastest attackers advancing to round 2 are Bronwyn, Lachlan, Kallie, Kyle, Sam, and Annupal.
Less than 30 seconds separate the top 4 attackers, so our next round, Ditch the Dungeon, could be very interesting.
But this time they're not against the clock. They're against each other, which makes things just that little bit splattier.
You say they're up against each other,
I did, I do, and I'd say it again. Yes.
but they're also up against the defenders. Now, how would you rate them so far?
Well, we've learnt that Scab writes books, and I've got a second-hand copy of his first book here.
Oh,
The
nice.
Barbarian's Guide to Making Fire. Chapter 1. Rub 2 sticks together and use the pages from this book to get the fire started. But whatever you do, never, ever...
What? Tell me.
I can't tell you the rest because all the pages are missing.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, well, this is his other book. It's called The Barbarian's Guide to Putting Out a Fire. Okay, chapter 1. If you want to avoid starting a fire, then don't buy my first book. Brilliant. Well, that's very informative. Thank you very much. Scab, what about Medivh and Kookaburra?
Well, half the time I have no idea what Medivh's talking about.
No, and Kooka barely has the time to defend. He's too busy trying to entertain the attackers.
Talking of which, I think we should remind ourselves of who's through. We have Sam, Annupal, Kallie, Kyle, Bronwyn, and Lachlan.
To proceed further in this tournament, they'll need to ditch the dungeon.
So we'd better find out how.
The attackers start in the stock market. Once they escape, they cross the splat walk and then climb the loathsome ladder.
The first 4 to claim a flag are through to the final, but the defenders will be slowing them down at all times.
So 6 will enter, but only 4 will escape.
Now, it's true to say we had some doubts about the defenders in round 1.
So it's time for 3 fresh ones.
First up, it's the fresh-faced and ever so feisty Fatal. Who's next?
I am Thor.
And finally,
I'm vain, bro. Whoa, dude, you almost just hit a guy with glasses.
And this is an improvement on round 1?
here are the attackers. We have Sam in red, Annupal in orange, Kallie in blue and orange, Kyle in green and yellow, Bronwyn in pink, and Lachlan in zebra stripes.
Veins on the multi-shot splatter batter, Thorn's got the pokey pike, and Fatal's ready with a slime ball. And they're off!
Black grenade.
The attackers break free, and Kyle makes an early break.
But the froth puffer stops him. Thorn must be on it, because Fatal's otherwise engaged.
It's intimidation.
Thanks, Fatal.
I'll take the high road, and you take the low road. And I'll get the crown before you.
Well, Lachlan takes Thorn's advice, he takes the low road, and almost takes Kyle with him.
Here we go, coming in hot.
Woo! Bane splats, and Kyle slips.
Now it's Fatal's turn, and she splats Lachlan on the bonce.
Well, I think she was after Annupal, but I doubt Fatal will mind. See?
Hey, Bronwyn, as you can see, we put a little bit of mousse here on the course for you.
What is Fatal doing?
Bane splats Annupal, and then he goes for Bronwyn.
Come on!
Kyle doesn't seem to like that. Thorn aims and Runcorn on the cob.
A multi-splat.
Bronwyn, how's my hair?
I doubt Bronwyn wants to swap hairstyle tips with you right now, Fatal.
She takes the hint and splats Annupal instead.
She, in turn, lands on Lachlan, who's been a tad unlucky so far.
Boot it, dude.
Bane slimes Kallie, and guess what? She slides straight to Lachlan.
There's no hugging on Splatalot.
I don't think they had much choice, Bane.
Thorn fires again, and it's another multi-splat.
Yes, one well-placed splat sends all the attackers back down the loathsome ladder.
Thorn splats Kyle, who then passes the splat onto Sam.
Surely Kyle should keep his splats to himself.
Lachlan,
Don't look up, Lachlan.
Who is this? Wait!
Fatal's not happy.
on your feet, Kyle.
Neither's Thorn. Oh, but that might cheer them up. Kyle and Annupal take Lachlan back down into the moat.
The luckless Lachlan tries to leapfrog Kyle, but Annupal provides an extra nudge, and they all head south.
Thorn moves onto the slime. And Lachlan is once more in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He also takes Bronwyn with him.
They may take our crown,
Oh, Thorn's off on one.
but they will never take our kingdom!
Please don't grab me, please don't grab me! Sorry, dude, just do my job, huh?
In this instance, Vane's job was to splat Kyle, who rebounded off Bronwyn for an impressive backflip into the moat.
Get away, Lachlan.
That's it, Fatal, get it out. Bosh!
Lachlan, there's a lot of phlegm in that name.
Oh, Annupal's on the receiving end of Thor's pokey pike, and down she heads into the moat.
It all starts with Annupal, but she splats Sam, Lachlan, and Bronwyn, and eventually she gets Kallie too.
That's what I call 6 birds with 1 thorn.
The rinse is happening, Wall. The rinse is happening, Wall. That almost took my entire face off.
Is Vane actually a comedy genius, and we just don't know it?
He needs to come up with some genius defending. And there goes Lachlan, bumping into Kallie on his way down.
Uh-oh.
Oh, purple plague, watch out!
Purple plague.
Release the balls.
Not the lottery.
Well, it is a lottery as to who will get knocked down.
And it looks like Sam's the first to go. Who will be next?
It's Lachlan. He takes Kallie with him, and they both splat Sam. The plague is...
Can't avoid Annupal, but Sam leaps just in time.
Intimidation.
Be careful what you wish for, Fatal. The attackers are looking pretty intimidating right now.
Kyle, Lachlan, and Annupal are all pressing.
Annupal slips just at the wrong moment, but Lachlan scrambles through, and he's the first attacker to claim a flag. He's into the final.
Is Kyle next?
He's on his hands and knees, and he crawls his way over the finish line.
That's 2 flags down and 2 to go.
Bronwyn now makes a move.
And so does Sam, but he's heading in the wrong direction.
Bronwyn's made it. She's over, and is also through to the final. 1 place remains.
Annupal's nearly there. Thorn and Vane try to stop her, but she ignores them and becomes the final attacker too. Whoa! Careful. Claim her flag.
Kallie and Sam say goodbye.
But our fearless foursome say hello to the final.
Here's confirmation of the Ditch the Dungeon result.
Bronwyn, Kyle, Lachlan, and Annupal now have the honour of competing for the crown, but only one will win.
We could always make some more crowns, then they could all share the kingdom.
Yeah, but if you took away the competitive edge, you wouldn't end up with finals like this. It's quite a simple formula, really. Motivation plus competition equals great entertainment to the power of Splat. Time now for Splats of Fame.
Whoa! Oh!
And that's why we call it Splatalot. Time now for a Splat Stat Attack with bang-up-to-date stat facts from the Splat Stat Hat.
Annupal has so far only just qualified in both rounds. Kyle is our most improved attacker, finishing 5th in round 1, but 2nd in round 2. Bronwyn won the Moat Challenge, but came 3rd in Ditch the Dungeon, leaving Lachlan. He has a 2nd and 1st place to his name, and is today's hot favourite. Stat Attack complete.
So, on paper, our 2 cheerleaders are the top 2 attackers.
Yes, so if one of them wins, you can guarantee the whole kingdom will be taking pom-pom glasses.
The last thing I want to see is you in that outfit again, all right? Change the subject. Here's a reminder of today's finalists.
We have Kyle, Lachlan, Annupal, and Bronwyn.
And here is the majestic course that stands between them and the Splatalot crown. There are many hurdles to overcome, starting with the Diamaya and the barrier of all barriers.
Then it's a trip across the terrifying T's, which lead to the scary go-round.
Once on board, the attackers face the annihilating arm, but they must avoid the Splacken before reaching the gruesome twosome.
The clobbering cannons are next. Then it's down the royal ramps and over to the rock wall.
And at the top of the rock wall, the Splatalot crown awaits its new ruler.
And to help keep the splat count high, all 6 defenders will be on duty to protect the crown.
Medivh and Kook are the welcoming committee, Thorn is on vaporizers, Fatal is aquilizing, leaving Vane and Scab at the cannons.
Here are the attackers. Annupal's in orange, Bronwyn's pink, Lachlan's in stripes, and Kyle's in green and yellow.
They head to the Diamaya and the mud slows them down.
Lachlan's the first to make it to the barrier, and he's over quickly but gets mired in the process.
Bronwyn's next, keeping the mud to a minimum, unlike Annupal.
Lachlan is greeted with some slime from Medivh.
He tries to tease. Nice, nice, nice. Heady bosh!
Give me a tea.
Tea.
Give me another tea.
Tea.
And what have you got? No, the teas, yeah.
Annupal under heavy fire before she even starts, and down she goes.
Give me a...
Shut up! Medivh slimes Bronwyn, ignoring her battle cry request.
Don't touch my hair!
Here's Kyle. He decides to hang on to the teas, but then realizes that isn't going to work.
Now it's Bronwyn's turn. She steps, but soon splat.
The teas are terribly tricky.
Come on!
Medivh encourages Lachlan to have another go. He tries the same technique and falls at exactly the same tee.
But he's not down. He recovers, and this time he makes it over. Well done, Lachlan.
Hey, attackers!
Coop's gone all catty.
No, you a bird, child.
Oh, Kyle collides.
And despite Coop's animal antics, Kyle recovers and heads for the scary go-round. Look out for the splacken!
And look out for that giant T, Annupal.
Well, she just avoided the water blast, but couldn't avoid the moat.
Bronwyn tries crawling over the T's. It's much slower, but she's making progress. And yes, she's over.
Ow!
Go on, lassie. Show us what you're made of.
Scared of the coarse or Fawn's accent?
Lachlan's on the arm.
Lachlan!
Now he needs to climb over.
Kyle leaps, but his landing's off, and down he goes into the water.
Here's Lachlan.
Watch out with a bowl of haggis now, laddie.
He quite rightly ignores Thorn and leaps for the gruesome twosome, and he's made the landing.
Back to the tees, and Annupal teaches once again.
Great technique from Lachlan.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a defender.
He's such a slimy rhymer.
Bronwyn's on the scary go-round and receives a water blast.
The splacken!
Lachlan is splackened and heads for the moat.
Coop with a goo grenade. Skillet!
Kyle once more can't make his landing.
Kyle toys with the cannons.
Oh, and the splacken takes out Bronwyn just as she was about to leap.
The attackers need eyes in the back of their heads.
Kyle's at the arm, but he's soon back in the moat.
This is how Scab brings it with the ruckus.
Scab can be so mean.
And so can this course. Annupal is down.
And Bronwyn's clobbered.
Yep, I think that's rearranged her hairstyle.
Lachlan tiptoes, shimmies and twists. Well, he's danced his way past one cannon,
Payne shows him some interesting moves.
but Lachlan makes a move of his own, and he's past the second cannon. Brilliant! And now he's onto the royal ramps.
Kyle leaps again, but he just can't land.
Annupal takes in the view, and what she can see is Lachlan leaping onto the rock wall.
Fatal springs into action.
She needs to, because Lachlan is nearly there.
Now that's what I call a fatal distraction.
Not again.
Come on, Fatal, we're all waiting.
Sometime today would be nice.
Ow. I got it. Lachlan.
Well, now she's got his name right, maybe she can start defending again.
It might be too late. In fact, Lachlan's made it. He's over the rock wall.
And the final is complete. All that remains is for Lachlan to take his crown.
King Lachlan, the new ruler of Splatalot.
Kyle kept leaping, Annupal aimed high, Bronwyn was brave, but Lachlan rules. Well, our new cheerleading king has plenty to cheer about.
L-A-L-A-C. L-A-C. What's next? H. Lachlan, yay.
Well, that's hardly going to impress King Lachlan, is it? His splat of the day. It comes from Sarah in round 1, who perfected the split splat.
Why is it called that?
Well, it's an inspired combination of the splits followed by a splat.
Go, Sarah!
Much better.
Much better. I'll get much better!
Right, calm down now. Here's Lachlan's journey to the throne. He splattered his way through the moat challenge, finishing in second place. But then he won round 2 despite a few slips and trips to the moat. With that win, he confidently took on the final challenge, overcoming all obstacles in the way. And that's why he's our new ruler.
Hail King Lachlan!
Oi!
My first act of King of Splatalot is to have one of you thrown into the moat. I wish I could do it to all of you, but today, it will be you, Vane.
Go Vane, go Vane, go Vane.
Can somebody switch him off, please?
Go Vane, go Vane, go Vane, go Vane, go Vane.
That's all for now. We'll leave you with the Splatterpult ceremony. Well, this is Vane's hair pre-splat right here.
But I think we're all agreed it's much better post-splat. So until next time, go Splatalot!